Hi there, my name is Karina, guys. Thank you for clicking on this video. I'm just gonna ramble because I haven't made a talking video for what feels like a year. I think it was a little less than that. And whenever I start sitting down and actually talk, I usually enjoy it, but for some reason I dread it and I never want to sit down and put the camera on. But I mostly make these videos for me and send them around to my family, but for those of you who care and are interested, I appreciate it. And I mostly just post music clips on this channel, but anytime I get feedback or anyone watches it, it means so much to me. So just thank you for watching and being interested. And my channel's not an advice channel. I'm just, for the talking videos, I might advise some things about music, but as far as the career and how to do life thing, I'll let you know when I have it figured out. Basically, I'm in this beautiful place because I will be going to Northwestern University for grad school in the fall, and I decided to move here for summer. But I'll start first. I'm making this video because I just finished my 4-year undergrad conservatory degree in Bachelor of Music and Flute Performance in New York at Mannes School of Music, and now it's over, and I'm kind of sad. I'm sad because my family visited and it was a whirlwind week of a recital and then traveling to a new place, boxing everything up and moving, saying goodbye to my teacher, saying goodbye to my peers, everyone I've seen for the past 4 years, and seeing my apartment for the last time, seeing this campus for the last time that I've been walking to every day for 4 years, and saying goodbye to New York City, doing a recital that I worked really hard on for many months. And saying goodbye to my teacher was probably the hardest part. And the funny part is, while I was saying goodbye to all these things, I didn't really process it. Like, I tried to stand in my apartment and think like, okay, Karina, this is the last time you're gonna be here ever. And you've been here for 3 years and you've lived a lot of life here. You started off being 19 and now you're old. So, like, feel something. And I didn't really feel anything. Same with leaving New York, like, oh, it's New York. And I'm not a New Yorker now, but I did survive there for 4 years. And I learned how to do the subways, and I learned my way around. When my parents visit, they follow me now. I'm the leader. And that is not how it was before. I was always, the joke was that I can't open doors and I can't figure out life skills and I don't want to call and make appointments. Like, oh, she's just a musician and whatever. But I really figured out a lot of life stuff in New York and I grew up. And there's some people like my teacher who became kind of family to me. And there probably should have been more relationships like that, and were for a lot of other people my age going to college, where you find a whole new family. I've heard some people say that. That's not really me, because I'm not super social. I prefer to keep to my own things, and I find that when you let people in, it can become complicated. And I don't think it's fair to have people expecting things from me that I'm not going to give them. Like, I'd rather just keep people at a distance. But it doesn't mean that I didn't develop relationships while I was there. And I kind of didn't realize this until my recital and then until I left. Like, wow, look at all these people who cared to come to my recital, who have been classmates and collaborators and projects and friends. And my teacher is like my mom at this point. She feels like family. And so it was a really quick transition. And although I didn't feel it in the moment that week, I am feeling it now. I was just talking to my mom how it feels kind of shocking. Like, I was ripped out of this, well, a city that was familiar, a routine that was familiar, a goal that was familiar. Like, oh, I'm working on my recital, that's what we're doing. Or I'm working on college applications, that's what we're doing. And now it's summer and I can sit outside and do what I want. But I am feeling the feelings now for my whole undergrad. It's a nostalgic feeling. And I think nostalgia is kind of a lie. Like, why couldn't I have felt happy and content in the moment? Like, why do I have to look back on it fondly when I can't be there anymore? That's how the brain works. So what am I doing now, going forward? Well, I'm gonna spend 2 years in grad school at Beanan School of Music at Northwestern. And I'm still trying to get an orchestra job. On one hand, I have some mentors in my life who are like, why are you going to grad school? You should just be auditioning. You're wasting your youth, and you're not going to get that much better, so just go audition and go take the world and start your career. And then I have other people who say, no, go to grad school, and orchestra jobs are really, really hard to get, so kind of, good luck. It's discouraging. So I'm kind of doing both. I'm gonna do 2 more years of school, but if I'm back here in 2 more years saying that I'm doing another degree, don't let me. Comment like, stop, you don't want this. I think school is really great, and I learned so much in these 4 years at Music Conservatory. I learned a lot of technical things that you only get from one-on-one with a professional. And I played in so many places. I got to play in Carnegie Hall. I got to play in Alice Tully Hall. I got to play in an opera pit. I got to play flute trios and orchestra. We read through Rite of Spring, and we read through Tchaikovsky's Fourth Symphony and The Planets. I got to play piccolo on that. And I learned a whole bunch of wacky music I didn't want to learn, but it taught me how to learn wacky music. Like, this is so technical, it's a math problem, it's not music anymore, but I know I can deal with it, and I can learn things in quick deadlines. And so I've got to practice being a professional for 4 years. I learned how to collaborate more with people, all of the, not just the music part, but how to give feedback to your peers without offending them, how to arrange rehearsals and public speak. I don't think I was taught any of these things by the school. It just gave me 4 years to practice them. I want to give myself some credit because I'm pretty hard on myself, that pretty much everything I did, I tried to do it to a certain level. Like, everything you do, you kind of put your name on and you own it. And I don't think I slacked ever. I was like, okay, we have this assignment. I'm gonna be ready for this rehearsal, no matter if I don't like the music or it's piccolo and it's scary, and I'm gonna figure it out. And I did. So now I'm here, and I'm a little bit scared for what's to come. I'm a little bit disappointed because I auditioned for a lot of schools, and I'm going to a really great school that I'm like thrilled to death about going to. But when all the no's you get, you kind of keep it in the back of your mind, like, okay, someone didn't want me or like my playing, and I get that a lot, so I'm used to it. But it still hurts a bit, and you always wonder, like, I'm going to a new place. Is it going to be good for me? Am I gonna like it here? Also, what if I love it here and it's only 2 years and then I have to go somewhere else? So I do have this feeling of like, I wish I could just stay somewhere. But I also heard someone say the other day, stop acting like an old person, like wanting to settle down. Like, why don't you live your life first and don't be afraid of changing and finding out what is in the world before you spend your whole life meal prepping and grocery shopping and staying inside and going to bed early and working out and practicing and doing homework and settling down, which I don't feel like I ever had at 20s. Like, it's not just a conservatory thing, it's a me thing, that I did not do the 20-year-old college student thing. Like, I did not go to a party and I did not drink a drink of alcohol. And I seriously don't say that as a judgy thing. I have high school friends who had the more traditional college experience from what I've heard, and I'm just happy for them that they lived the fun part of being 20. Like, even though it's kind of like, oh, these darn kids, they're so irresponsible. It kind of just shows that you're healthy and normal, that you had fun, you know? I feel like I'm built a little bit differently in that way, that I do not want that. So part of coming here is, can I be a new person who's more social, and can I let myself enjoy this experience without already wrapping it up into like, oh, you only have 2 years here, and one of those years you have to figure out what you're doing next, so it's basically all ruined already, and you've heard this and that about the program and you're scared, which is true, but I won't go into that. This is a Rambly video, but basically I just want to document that I graduated from conservatory. It meant a lot to me in ways that I didn't realize, and I'm feeling my feelings now that I'm slowly realizing it's over. And I'm starting a new chapter, still trying to be an orchestral flutist. A little bit scared. I have some ambitions about a new kind of person I could be who's more social, but if I'm honest, I feel like that ship has sailed. Like, I am who I am, and it comes with upsides and it comes with downsides. The neurotic type A parts of me that keep me inside with my planner and my box of pencils that I use to color code my planner prevent me from having a life, but have given me a lot of other things. I think as I get older, maybe I'll chill out and I'll balance out, but it's usually not a good strategy to just think things are going to solve themselves. If I'm gonna try to do small things, not big changes. But what you can expect from me is really inconsistent uploads. But if you graduated college, music school, or regular school, I'm really interested to hear how you're feeling now, first week or so. I think it's good that we have things that make us sad and nostalgic, because it means we did something worthwhile that we're appreciating. So I just wanted to put a face to the flute playing for the first time in a while, and kind of say, yep, I did something, I graduated, and it's time for the next thing. And if you're watching this and you're in a transition and you're sad, it probably means that you had something good. It probably means that you did something worthwhile that you're going to appreciate. And all we can do is try our best in the next chapter, and we can't go backwards. So thanks for listening to this ramble, and there'll be more flute clips from my recital and excerpts and things. So thank you so much for watching.